Hi boys and girls, we're gonna go over lesson 7, divide fractions by a whole number. This is not anything new to you as we've already covered it in our 5th grade curriculum. It's literally the same thing we did in our book, which was chapter 6, I want to say, when we were dividing fractions. So the only difference is that now they actually want you to use the shading. Okay, every single question, when I scroll down, you'll notice has a little box for you to break it up and shade. So we're going to review that together because I'm pretty sure that it's been forgotten. We're going to start with the first one and the word problem. Okay, it's important to understand the key words. Don't forget that I've taught you this before as well. When they say 4 friends share 2/3 of a quart of ice cream equally, we would get confused and say, what number goes first? What are you sharing? What are you dividing? Okay, the key thing is to remember that what you're sharing is what is written first as your dividend. Then you're dividing it into 4 friends. It doesn't make sense to share 4 friends and split them up into 2/3. Okay, so remember that what you're sharing goes first. You're going to split 2/3 of a quart of ice cream within your 4 friends. So let's write that over here on the board. Okay, I already wrote it. The first thing you should be doing is remember the keep, change, flip strategy. Okay, you're going to keep the first number, your dividend in this case, 2/3, change division to multiplication, and flip the whole number. Remember that all whole numbers have an imaginary 1 underneath them. So when I flip this, the 1 goes on top and the 4 goes in your denominator. So 1/4. Okay, once you have this, now I can figure out the little diagram they want you to use. So we're going to draw our little square, or rectangle rather. Okay, and we can work with the first fraction, the second fraction, doesn't matter what order you choose. I just like to work from left to right to be more organized. So 2/3. I have to show 2/3 in this rectangle, so I'm going to split it into thirds, right? And I'm going to shade 2 out of the 3. Okay, now the second fraction is 1/4. I also have to show 1/4 in here. So we're going to cut, instead of up and down vertically, we're going to go horizontally so that it doesn't confuse us. So fourths, there are your fourths. We're going to pretend they're spread apart evenly. And we're only shading 1 out of the 4. Okay, so you can go this way if you want to, 1 out of the 4. And remember, this is the lesson where I would tell you guys, to get your answer, you have to only go with the ones that have been shaded double. Okay, so going up and down, I shaded here, here, and then going across, I shaded going this way. Okay, so these 2 right here are the ones that are shaded twice. So that's going to give us our numerator of 2 and a denominator of 12 because we split up this box or rectangle into 12. Okay, so we're left with 2 12s. Now the easy way out of this is to simply multiply. Okay, your numerator with your numerator, so 2 times 1, which would be 2, and then 3 times 4, which will give you 12. And it's the same thing here. It's pretty much how you can check your work. I'm not sure if they want you to simplify. You gotta read that. No, they didn't ask to simplify. All right, let's try the next one. 3/4 divided by 2. Okay, 3/4 divided by 2. Again, we're gonna keep, change, flip a whole number, becomes a fraction. Okay, so now we have 3/4 times a half. Let's draw our rectangle. And the first fraction is out of fourths, so we'll cut this into fourths. Okay, and our numerator is 3, so that means 3 out of the 4 should be shaded. 1, 2, 3. My second fraction is 1/2. That means that I'm going to cut this rectangle into half. Okay, and only shade 1 out of those 2. going across. Okay, now how many are shaded 2 times? This one, and this one. That's 3. So 3 is our numerator, and our denominator is 8. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 total parts. Okay, now how can I check my work? Go back over here and just multiply numerator with numerator, which is 3, denominator with denominator, which is 8. Okay, and as long as both match, we're good to go. Down here, that's pretty much all they want you to do. I'm pretty sure you can play with Cami and figure out how to do the lines. I'm not sure how it'll work with the shading. If not, just write your answer up here, and that's perfectly fine. Those of you that want to try it out, I haven't done it myself, so I'm not sure if it'll work. I'll play with it later and see if I can figure out how to do the fractions within the rectangles, if it's possible with the program. But just keep in mind how to use the figures, just because in middle school you never know if they'll present it to you that way, and you don't want to be blindsided and not know what it is. Okay, so I show you anyway, because if it's on this lesson, it's because you most likely need to know it for next school year. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. Have a great day.